Hi everybody, it's Guild Ball week here on Beasts of War, and we have some fantastic prizes to give away. So we have 3 copies of the Guild Ball Kickoff set to give away. That's the Brewers and the Masons, one of the perfect ways to get you and a mate into the game. Now, for your chance to win, get your comments in on any of the Guild Ball content this week on Beasts of War, YouTube or Facebook. Winners will be announced in a future episode of The Weekender, so stay tuned.
Hi guys, and welcome to this video where myself and Jaime from Steamforged are going to be playing a little bit of Guild Ball. Now, you're going to be coaching me in this.
Yes, I am.
So
yeah.
I have the professional coach and the not so professional John. And for this, we've basically chosen 2 factions here. So if I go to my cameras here, I have my team here, which are the engineers.
Yes, yep.
And your team over there, which are...
I've taken the hunters. Before this was all recorded, we asked on the Facebook page which people would like to see, and they said hunters.
Hunters,
so we're going for them.
Have they been a pretty popular choice then?
They have been, yeah.
Right, so shall we run through what we've got?
Yes, on our teams. So for myself, I have got my captain Theron, my mascot Fahad, who is furious and can charge for free and really gets benefits from the rest of the team.
Yep.
My striker Egret, Hearn, the sort of like the stalwart big guy.
Yep.
Jakar, my assassin, and everyone's favourite Cena, the big bear.
So over on this side then, on the engineers, what have I got? Then I have Hoist.
You've got Hoist, he's your replicator, so he can sort of take abilities from the rest of the team and put them out twice, effectively.
Yep. We have my little mascot, which is Mainspring.
Yes, yeah, so the bug really sort of helps travel the ball around the pitch, because it can really sort of fling it out the back very far.
Then have this guy who's called Ratchet.
Ratchet, yeah, he's your fixer, and can really sort of improve the rest of the team's damage output.
And then over here, this is my captain, isn't it? This is
Ballista.
Ballista. He looks badass.
Yeah, he is. He's got a big crossbow, likes to knock people down from range, put out the mines in the middle of a pitch. Don't know how he actually does that, but I think they're there before the game, and then he activates them mid-game, really sort of area denial.
Yep.
And he also has an ability called Momentous Inspiration, so whenever your guys do ranged attacks near him, you get momentum.
All right. And over here then we have a fella called Salvo.
Salvo, yeah, so he's sort of like your secondary striker. He does a lot of damage at range and really sort of pairs well with Ballista.
Yeah. And finally over here, I have this one over here, which is like a female golem-esque sort of.
Yes, yeah.
And
so
she is awesome looking, and her name is Velocity.
Velocity. So Velocity is your out-and-out striker, and she is modelled on the... unfortunately for Salvo, during a game of Guild Ball, his sister actually died, and Velocity is the sort of mannequin made to look like her. In her memory, she still plays.
So a little odd.
A little grim, but there's some family ties here.
There's a bit of obsession going on in there.
I think so, yeah.
Very cool. It's a very gorgeous looking team. They both are.
Yeah.
But clearly, you know, people that know me know when I'm playing anything that has remote steampunk stuff in it,
Yeah.
I have the engineers or the mechanics of the people that have like giant spanners and stuff.
Fantastic.
So we're all set up now for turn 1.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to kick to you.
Okay.
And you're going to receive the ball, and we'll go from there.
All right.
So, first things off, I'm going to give the ball to the bear, because I want him to get up the pitch and really sort of get in your face, because that's what the bear's meant to be doing.
Yep.
So, starting the game, he makes a free 4-inch jog. Yep. That's his base movement. And then from where he is, he's going to try and kick the ball over into your half of the pitch. Now, if the ball doesn't make it over the halfway line, then you actually just get to give the ball to one of your players.
Right. So
I need to see if my kick is successful.
Okay.
So he's got a kick stat of 1 and 4 inches. So the ball's gone 4 inches. Is it successful? Looking for a 4+. So roll a 1 there.
No.
It's not successful.
Okay.
So wherever it ends up, it ends up. If I'd been successful, I'd get to re-roll this scatter. So direction is going in the 2. And the distance is 4 inches.
So it's heading straight for Velocity.
Straight for the striker. Wonderful. Yep. It ends up there. So that's done. We now go into the first turn, and you're going to allocate your influence.
All right. So I have a range of influence here based on what the cards tell me.
What they generate, yeah.
Yep. So the first number in the influence tells me how much they generate, but I can now allocate this stuff out?
Yeah, so it all goes into one pool,
Mm-hmm.
and your team generates 13 influence. My team generates 10.
Yep.
My team aren't that great. They're pretty starved and pretty hungry.
Yep.
So you now allocate this out to all your players as you see fit.
Yep. So, well, the first I'm going to start over here with velocity because the ball is already heading towards her. I think she could be quite useful.
Yep.
Early turn. She can take a maximum of 4.
Yep.
So I'm just going to allocate 4 to her.
Stick 4 on her. Yeah.
For Salvo, I think possibly there's going to be a lot of fighting over here. There's models that are going to start to move over and try and get possession of the ball. So I'm just going to... I think I'll just give him 2 because I don't know if I want him to move too much yet.
Get too far up, yep.
Yep. Over here on my captain...
Yep. So he's got some really powerful plays, but they are influenced too, so it's always worth giving him sort of an even number. That way he's got enough to do 2 abilities.
Yeah, so I mean, it's either going to be 2 or 4.
2, 4, or even 6, yeah.
Yeah. So let's give you 4, and these 3 over here, I'm not sure I want you to be doing much yet, so I'll give you 1.
1 for a sprint up, get into position, yeah.
Yeah. Main spring doesn't need any.
No.
I'm not particularly worried, and Ratchet's going to get the last 2.
Fantastic. So for me, a few of my guys do charge actions for free. So charge actions normally cost 2 influence, but because I've got 2 that can do them for free, I'm effectively getting that extra influence there. So I am going to give 4 to my captain. I'm going to give 3 to my big guy Hearn, 1 to J-Car so he can run up into position, 1 to Egret, and 1 to the bear.
Yeah.
Keeping it nice and fairly spread out, so I can be reactive.
Yeah, so you have yours more evenly spread out. I'm sort of picking and choosing.
Picking at one of the flanks to sort of really press on that side.
All right, so now that's all allocated out. Are we ready to go?
We're ready to go, yep. So something we should say is that normally a full games go into 12, but for these Let's Plays, we're just keeping it to 8 to keep it short during the training sessions.
Yep. So that would be for like 2 VP for a character.
For a character takeout,
4
for a goal.
4 for a goal, so it's 2 goals.
2 goals or
1
4
and
takeouts
something.
or 1 and something, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cool, right, let's get into it.
So I'm moving first then, am I activating
That's correct,
first?
yep. So I kicked off, so you activate first.
Grand. We'll activate velocity here first, I think, because I want to get the ball
Get the
early.
ball safe, yeah.
Yeah. So she has a move of 6.
Yep, so she's got a base move of 6, or she can spend an influence to sprint 8 inches.
Yep. But she can get to within 1 inch of the ball anyway.
Yes, that's correct. So the ball snaps to within an inch.
So she can move, let's say, 5.
5 to there, yep. Pull the ball.
The ball comes to her.
And still has 1 more inch to move if she wants it.
Yep, so let's have a look here at what we want to do. You have fairly fast and shooty stuff over here. So...
Yeah, so my guys with bows are here. The bear has a very sort of long threat range. It's sort of 9 inches, including the melee zones.
Yeah. I think we're going to take velocity across the field.
Yep.
I think.
So
can I give her a sprint at this point as well?
So you can pay for the sprint, which gives you the extra 3 inches of movement.
Okay, so that will be 2.
Just the 1.
Or just the 1, sorry. Just the 1. So we'll use 1.
So we've got 3 more inches.
So 3 more inches plus anything? Is it just 3 inches?
It's just 3 inches. So you've moved 5 already. You've got a maximum of 8. But you can't ever move more than once with a character. So you've got your maximum move.
Okay. So just 2, 1, and then 3.
Yes,
which is to there.
Yes.
And then the ball will stay with.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And
we've got 3 influence left.
She has 3 influence left. I think I'll actually... Can I pass at this point as well?
You can do, yes. So your kick range with velocity is 4. You get 4 dice for the pool. You see if you are successful. And you can kick up to 8 inches. So you've got the choice of any player on your team at the moment.
Yep. I think I'm going to try a pass to Hoist.
Pass to Hoist, pass to the Mechanicum.
So that's 4 dice, isn't it? Yep.
It is.
Yep. So let's...
So we'll go for 1 4 plus.
Easy peasy.
We get it there, yep. We're successful. So you generate a point of momentum.
Yep. And do I have momentum over here?
Yes, we've got these little black tokens from the kickoff set.
Yep. So let's put it on the goal.
Put it next to the goal, yeah. That's cool.
So the pass is successful.
Yep.
Hoist has it. She's
2 influence left.
She is.
So if we look at some of her character plays, she's got acrobatic, which allows her to make a 2-inch dodge for the cost of 1 influence, and you've got nimble, which puts your defense up to 6 to make it 6 to hit you.
Yep.
Which makes her really sort of a solid character.
Yeah. Right.
And you have got this big bear barreling down the pitch towards you.
That's true. I think I'm going to try something a little bit risky. I'm going to get her to use her dodge for 1, so I'll spend that.
So we've got 2 inches worth of dodges.
So we have 2 inches of that. Cute. And we're going to bring her forward.
She's coming towards the bear.
She's coming towards the bear. And her last influence will put nimble on.
Put nimble up, yeah.
So I will grab my... No, that's minefield. Nimble.
Nimble tokens.
So nimble is now on.
So you're now 6s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the end of your activation.
Yep.
Play comes over to myself. I'm going to take this bait that's probably in front of me, and the bear's going to furiously charge into her. So the bear has a movement of 7 inches, which is easily enough to slam into base contact. So we're going to really go forwards into her.
Mm-hmm.
And generate a ton of dice to roll. So the bear has attack of 7 basic. So you get 7 dice in the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then because I've charged, I get an additional 4 dice.
Yep.
So I'll use them with the dice here so we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Now your defense is 6, so I need 6s to hit you. And we get 2 symbols, so I get 2 hits.
Yep.
And that will be a momentous knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll use these tokens to show you a knockdown.
Yep.
That means that your defense drops to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And with the second attack, I'll hit you again.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This time needing just 5s. I say just 5s.
Just 5s.
Oh, we messed with everything, so nothing happens. I did generate a point of momentum, though, for the knockdown earlier, so I end my turn on 1 momentum.
Okay, so that is that activation done.
That's CNR done yet.
Right. I like how you've went for the bait.
Yeah, I've taken the bait, and the rest of the team, I feel, are going to shoot the bear to, well, hell, basically.
Yeah, basically, I kind of like that idea. So I'm going to activate my captain now.
Yep.
So Ballista's going to come along and do something.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to use his regular move.
Regular move. So that is 5 inches for Ballista, I believe. Yep.
So we have our 6-inch thing here, but we'll just move to there.
There's the 5 inches, yep.
And maybe just slide him out
Just a little bit, yep.
a little bit like that. Take his influence with him.
Now he's got 8-inch range on his crossbow bolt and character play, so he's well in range to
Yeah, he is.
shoot this bear.
So to decide what I want to do with him, I'm just going to have a look at the card quickly.
Yep.
And I already know what I want to use.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that smile tells me you know what I want to use.
I think I know what's going to happen, yeah.
Yep, so we're going to try Deadbolt.
Deadbolt, yeah. So Deadbolt will do 2 damage, if I'm correct, and then push him back 2 inches and also knock him down.
Yeah, so it's two damage, 2 push, and a knockdown.
It's pretty grim.
It is a get out of the way.
Get out of the way, yeah.
Yeah. So for that, I
So
need...
that costs 2 influence.
Yeah, because if I was looking at the right card, it would.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So 2 influence.
Costs 2 influence, which means you generate a dice pool of 2 dice,
Mm-hmm.
and then you roll against my defense, which is a measly 2.
Right.
So a single 2 or more will be successful. Oh, I saw 1.
You've seen the 1,
I
but
saw
then
the
the
1.
6 came up.
So the play is successful.
Mhm.
So we resolve all the effects of it. So I take 1 damage.
Yep.
I'm pushed back 2 inches directly away,
Yep. So you
So,
go at this sort
this
of an
angle,
angle from
yep.
him.
and then he is knocked down
Mhm.
as well.
Excellent.
Grim for the bear.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. So is there anything else that we can do at the minute? Because most of Ballista's attacks and abilities are once per turn.
Yes, yeah. So if we look at his other character plays,
we have Second Wind.
Second Wind, which could make him move again.
It
if
could
you want
wind. Sorry, friendly ends in activation. It may make a jog. Could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or Minefield.
On Minefield to sort of area deny that area.
Mm-hmm. But it's not getting busy enough there yet.
Not probably yet. Probably next turn's a great time for that.
Yeah.
What you could do is you could Second Wind, say, Salvo, so that way Salvo can come forwards, have a few shots, and then get back to safety.
Yeah. All right then. Well, yeah, we can do that. So Salvo and
So what is the range on...
the range on Second Wind is 4 inches.
4 inches, which means he's easily in position there.
That's right. So Salvo then can shift forward
At the end of his next
at
activation.
the end of his next activation. Yeah. Okay. So for the meantime, we still have...
Still have 2 on Ballista, but if we spend them,
Mm-hmm.
You put the Second Wind onto Salvo.
Yep.
That would end his activation, and at the end of Salvo's, Salvo gets to move again, basically.
Okay, so I'll put a Second Wind thing onto
Salvo. Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay, so that is now the captain done. So it's
Captain.
back over to you.
Over to me. Okay, so Hunter's turn. Something I forgot to mention for you during the coaching session is that an ability he's got is Momentous Inspiration. So your successful crossbow bolt actually generated you a point of momentum. So you're now on 2.
Right, so I now have 2 momentum.
2 momentum, yeah.
I'll show that over there. My little goal spot.
Yep.
So what are you going to do now?
So for me, my Assassin J-Car is just going to spend his 1 to make a sprint of 9 inches. So that's 8, and then move up to around about here.
So utilising the cover that we have.
Yeah, utilising the cover so that if you hit him, you get -1 dice, and it puts him in a pretty good position for next turn.
Yeah. Okay. Is that his activation?
Yeah, that's him done.
All right, excellent. So I'm going to move on, and I'm going to activate Ratchet over here.
Yep.
And I think he should be quite a handy little character right now.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So at the minute he has 2 influence on him.
Influence on him, yeah.
So he has the likes of Tooled Up, Long Bomb, which isn't really as well.
If he's got the ball, yeah.
Yeah, if he has the ball.
And he's also got, I believe, one called Blasted Earth, which is
Blasted
him
Earth,
essentially throwing a grenade at an area, making the area rough ground, and hurting whoever's inside it.
Excellent. Let's have a look.
Ratchet also has, once you've read that, an ability on the back of his card called Overclocked, which is a heroic play. Now, if you could read the range out for me, because I don't remember off the top of my head.
4 inches.
4 inches. So any Mechanica model within 4 inches, you can pick one. They could potentially so hoist or mainspring there.
Yep.
They then get to make a sprint or a charge action for free by using Overclocked.
So that would that break?
Well, it wouldn't break order of activation, but
Yep.
it would mean that you could spend 1 momentum to effectively make hoist, give him a charge action for free, and then he's still got another one for make an extra attack.
Yeah.
So it really sort of boosts your Mechanica's ability.
That's something to consider maybe for a little bit later in the game.
Potentially, yeah.
So for right now, I think we're going to just walk Ratchet forward.
Yep.
So he has a move of 5. So I think from here, is this the 5 inch?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 6 here.
Yep. So I think he's going to walk sort of as far away from Bear as possible.
Yeah.
So to about here.
Yep.
He's going to take his 2 influence with him, and he's going to chuck a grenade.
Throw a grenade at J-Car there, yeah.
Yep, our poor little hapless fellow over there.
Yeah, so you get your AoE template. You place it down within 10 inches, so loads of room there. If we just put it so it's touching his base.
Just there?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
So you've targeted this area. He's under the AoE, so you get 2 dice, because that was the cost of your character play.
Yep.
And you are looking for 4s or more on a single dice, and it will do 2 damage to him.
Yep, and we also have to remove
Spend the influence.
the influence as well. So we're looking for what, sorry, again?
Defense 4, so 4s or more. Oh, grenade misses. Doesn't hurt him. Thank goodness.
It's strange that it misses.
Yeah. He obviously dived behind the cover just in time.
Yeah, that's the excuse we're going to use for it. Not my rubbish dice rolls.
No. Okay, so
all right, that would end.
That ends his activation.
That ends his activation,
So,
and
that remains till the end of the turn. So that area is now rough ground.
Okay.
So if you move through that, you get -2/-2 to your move.
Right. So then it's over to you.
Over to me. So my captain's going to go, and at the start of his activation, he's going to place down a forest terrain within 8 inches, and I believe it's not wholly. So within 8 inches, so he's going to pop it down around about here. We'll see why later. Just need to make sure it's in a legal place, more than 3 inches away from this. Yep. Then he is going to sprint forwards 8 inches up to here. He's got 3 influence left, and with that, he is going to use pinned onto. Oh, just out of salvo. We'll try and put the hurt onto velocity there because I know she is a threat. So it cost me 3 to make pinned. Character play.
Yep.
Rolling 3 dice, needing a 5 to hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no. Trip 3. He has missed with his arrow.
Thank goodness for that.
So that is me done. Over to yourself.
Right. I have hoist left to go.
You've got hoist, salvo, and mainspring.
Yeah. So I think salvo's going to have to do something soon now.
Yes.
Because it's getting a little busy over here, and I don't want it to be. Well, I need to be more engaged if it's going to get busy. That's the thing. Yeah. But he has second wind on him as well.
Yeah. So at the end of his activation, he'll get to make a 5-inch move.
Yeah. So I think for the moment, let's have a look at Salvo's card here. He can move 6 normally.
Yes. Yep.
So.
Oh, so maybe a 6-inch move for him then. At the end of his.
Let's start putting the interest in the field over here a bit.
Yep. So moving 6 basic forwards. Yeah.
Moving 6. He'll take that with him and his 2 influence. Now, because this is knocked down, I can hurt it more easily.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's still defense 2, so you still need 2s to hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice.
It's vulnerable.
Yeah. So at this point, I want to let's have a look here. So I have flurry And arrow to the knee.
Arrow to the knee.
Love arrow to the knee. So the target enemy model suffers a -2 kick and takes 2 damage.
Yeah.
You don't have possession of the ball, or you're not going to be in possession of the ball.
No, it's a giant bear. It's not going to try and play ball.
Yeah. That was terrible, but brilliant. So flurry, which is target enemy model, suffers 2 damage. All other models within this pulse, which is a 2-inch aura of effect, sort of.
Yeah, so 2 inches around the model.
Which again isn't really going to affect
anyone else.
Anything. So yeah, it's kind of it feels like a sort of half-wasted thing, but
it's an extra damage, and you are within 4 inches, I believe, of your captain.
Yeah.
So you would generate a point of momentum for that momentous inspiration.
Okay. Must keep remembering that because that's something I'll forget very easily.
Oh yes, yeah. It's one that is quite key to the engineer's playstyle, is that they can generate the momentum from being away from the opponent, whereas most guilds have to go into their opponent to generate it.
Yeah. Right. Well, we can only do one because we've only put 2 momentum on them. So we'll do arrow to the knee because I thought it was funny.
Arrow to the knee. Yes, by all means. So 2 dice, needing a 2 or
2
more.
2 dice, spending the 2 influence.
Yep.
Needing a 2 or more.
2 or more. Successful, double 2. Nice.
Excellent.
Why roll more than you need?
Exactly.
So it has been successful. So you generate your point of momentum.
Yep. So I'll bring another one.
And you say it does 2 damage.
It does 2 damage.
Now Cena has a tough hide, which reduces incoming damage from playbook damage results or character plays by 1. So Cena takes 1 damage.
Okay.
All right. Now that's the end of your activation. So you've got your second wind. You could move 6 more inches if you wish to.
Yeah.
So
what do you think? Should we get into someone's face, or should we?
So what you should know about the hunters is that they have a lot of movement tricks.
Yep.
What Hearn can do here is teleport into this forest and then move out of it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be coming too far forwards because he'll jump on you and sort of try and gang up.
Yeah.
But you may want to sort of keep moving up the field somewhere safe, just so that you are more prepared for next turn if you want to try and make a goal run attempt.
Right. I think in this case, we're going to play it a little bit safe here. I think I might use some gang rule here.
Oh, yeah.
And sort of just close up, I think, between velocity and the captain here.
Yep.
So he doesn't even need his full 6 inches.
No, he can just move as much or as little as he wants to.
I think just there. Cool. And second one will now leave him.
Second one leaves him now. He's spent it.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so back to the hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'll be activating Hearn here. He is within 4 inches of the forest, so can teleport into it.
Yep.
So he's going to jump forwards to the edge of the forest there, and that's free.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 3 influence left on him, so we're going to go and try and pick on this striker that is not on the ground. So he's got a base move of 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be moving up to here, and he's got a 2-inch melee zone, so you're within 2. I'm going to spend 1 to hit you.
Okay.
So I'm TAC 5 basic. So I'm looking for 5s because you're on the ground.
Yep.
But you are nimble, so we get 2 hits, which will be 2 momentous damage.
2 momentous damage. Okay. So I'll mark that down on Velocity's thingy.
Yep, Velocity's card. So that's the first damage I've done to her.
Yeah.
Despite my best attempts.
The thing is, she doesn't have any armor, and she's quite flimsy.
Flimsy, yeah. Well, she's got an ability called Reanimate, which quite a lot of the Mechanica do. Basically, when they're taken out, they come back with 3 health.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine sort of Terminator stands back up.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, second attack, hitting her again.
Okay.
Looking for 5s still. We get 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, because on my column of 1, I've got the Guild Ball symbol. I'm going to activate Singled Out, which means any friendly model, including himself, hitting this model gains +2 dice.
Okay.
With the final one, I'll make an attack with 7 dice. Again, needing 5s.
Yep.
2 hits. 2. So we'll do, once again, 2 momentous damage.
Okay.
That puts me on 3 momentum.
That has hurt Velocity quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Is she down to 8 remaining now?
Which is the little plus the little band-aid symbol, is it?
The band-aid symbol is half her health.
Half.
So each row is 10 health.
Yeah. So she's getting there.
Getting there. Cool.
Not the way I want to go, but
no.
Getting there.
All right. So it's your next activation. You've got your Mechanica Hoist and your Mascot Mainspring left.
Yep. So we have these 2 little guys over here. Yep. I think Hoist is just gonna do what he can and start moving
Sprint with the ball.
Yeah, I think we're going to sprint with the ball. So that'll take 1 influence.
That takes 1 influence to do, yep. And it lets you move your maximum move distance, which for him is 7 inches.
So this is the 6.
Yep, 6. And then we've got an extra inch on the end there. So.
Yep, so 6 to 7 takes him to there.
Yep. Still got the ball with him.
Bring the ball with him. You see what I'm trying to do? I don't want you to
come
get through that so easily.
Come round.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the plan.
Yeah.
But whether that works or not.
So over to myself. There's not a great deal I can do with my 2 remaining characters.
Mm-hmm.
So myself, Egret, over on this side of the pitch, is just going to sprint forwards 8 inches to try and bring herself into the game for next turn.
Yeah, she'll be in for next turn. She'll be doing something.
She'll be shooting some arrows next turn.
Yeah. So I have mainspring then.
Yep, you've got mainspring remaining.
So mainspring's down here. I'm going to. I'll maybe send him in a sort of supporting role to hoist.
Towards hoist, yeah.
Perhaps. Or because it's getting a bit more busy over here, I might devote him
over this way. Bring
over
in
this way as well.
What we've seen from mainspring's pretty good at is if he just engages a model, if I take him out, it's only worth 1 victory point, so it isn't really building towards my overall goal.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do take him out, he explodes and will set me on fire and deal 3 damage to me. So he's a really handy model to have just to hinder people as they go around the pitch.
Yeah. Well, then I think that sorts it out for me. I think mainspring's going to start accompanying Salvo. I think he's just going to pop up by here.
Okie dokie.
And stay up there.
All right. For my final activation, it's my kitty over here. Is just going to walk forward 6 inches, prowl around, ready to jump on anyone.
Excellent.
Right, and that is the end of turn 1.
Yep. So at the end of the turn, all of the effects and stuff will come up.
So we do a bit of a clear up. So AoEs are removed from the table.
Yep.
As are any effects put on
so
by character players. So nimble comes off, singled out comes off. However, conditions remain.
Yeah.
So the knockdown remains.
If someone's knocked down, or is it poisoned as well?
Poisoned or bleeding or on fire, or even snared from the hunters, that remains, and each one does a different thing in the maintenance phase.
Yep.
So knockdown does nothing, but you have to either spend the momentum to stand up, or sacrifice your move to stand up.
Yep.
Bleed does 3 damage, fire does 1 damage and hinders your movement, poison does a straight 2 damage, and snare is -1 defense and -2 move.
Right. So we're gonna kick off again with turn 2.
With turn 2, yeah. So start the turn, roll a dice. We're both on 3 momentum, so it's just a straight opposed roll.
Yep.
Whoever gets higher gets to choose. We both roll the 6.
So we both roll 6.
Fantastic work.
Amazing.
So we roll again. You get a 1 this time.
So
So you now have the choice of if you want to go first or second. The choice comes down because if you want to go first, you obviously get the first activation. If you go second, you start the turn with a point of momentum.
Yeah.
However, where the ball is currently, going first probably benefits you because you want to try and get it as close to my goal as possible.
Yep. Before you start
before me start trying to interfere. Yeah.
Now we're ready for turn 2. You can see we have all our effects away. All our away.
All the character plays. Yeah.
Yep. So we have things here which are still knocked down. We've put our influence out and so on, and we're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. So we'll give you a description of what's happening on the table so far. So hoist with the ball has got 4 influence on him with the intention of getting as close to my goal as possible.
Yep.
To threaten the goal. Ratchet's been given 2 influence for another grenade. Velocity has got 3 influence to try and get close to my goal as well to threaten the return, the kick out.
Yep.
Your captain's got 4 ready to do some punching. My captain has 6 ready to go in and try and kill Salvo. My big guy Hearn has got 2, also with that intention of murder in his eyes.
Yep.
J-Card's got 2 to see what we can do. And my furious characters have got none. And unfortunately, I had to leave Egret starving this turn.
She's a little out on the wing at the minute.
She is. She's just not close enough.
Yeah.
So play starts with the engineers as you won the roll off.
So I have the beginning. So do I show my hand straight away? I think I do. I think we're going to get hoist a little busy here.
Yeah. So he's got a base move of 5 inches.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're going to get him those 5 inches. This is the 6. So
yeah. So if he ends up around about here.
Here. Yep.
So he moves up.
Carry the ball with him.
Yes.
Take his influence. Now, we can melee at this point.
We can do, yes, yeah. So you've got 4 influence available to you.
Yep.
Lay them out. So we'll spend the first one.
Yeah.
And you can make an attack against me.
Okay.
Now,
so
your attack is 5. And I'm in cover, so it goes down to 4.
Yep.
So we're looking for just 4s.
Okay. So is it still 5 dice or is it 4 dice?
It's 5 dice, but then goes down to 4 because of me being in cover.
Yep. Okay.
So you need 4s to hit.
1.
1 hit. So you can tackle or do 1 damage. So I don't have the ball, so you can't tackle me.
No.
So J-Card takes a damage.
I'll do 1 damage.
Yeah.
That's 1 influence spent. So I'll spend the next one.
Next one, yep. Again, looking for 4s.
Okay, so 5 4s.
We get 2.
2
This is what we're looking for. So on his second column, he's got his momentous push dodge. So this will generate you a point of momentum.
Yep.
And those symbols there, the arrows pointing both way, means that you can move an inch, and you can also move me an inch. So you can now pull me out of the cover, and you can move yourself closer towards the goal.
Okay. So I'm pushing you away.
Well, if you bring me along for the ride, as it were, you can keep on hitting me. So you can keep getting closer and closer.
Yeah. So keep the ball with him.
Keep the ball with him, yeah.
And we'll do another one?
Another attack, yeah.
Yep, may as well do another one.
So 5 dice.
4, 5.
And once again, looking for 4s.
Yep.
Oh, just the 1. So one more damage.
1 more damage. And he has 1 more influence to spend.
Yep.
Which we will.
So 5 dice again, yep.
5 dice again.
4s. Oh, very nice.
Much better. 3.
So 3 hits. Let's see what he's got there on his card.
Alright.
He's got a 1 damage, 1 push.
Yep.
For momentous, or you can do the push dodge to bring you again closer to my goal.
We'll do the push dodge again. I think.
Dodge again. So if we bring him closer to the goal, so he comes this way, and now is a good time to actually push me away from you, disengage, and
so that'll be pushed.
Send me flying, pushed away.
Great.
And that's influence with him. All right, that's the end of the engineer activation there.
Yep. So it's over to you then to see what you can do.
To me, I'm going to have my big guy Hearn in the center here. He is going to walk around the back, hopefully, of mainspring. Got 4 inches there. That's plenty. Going to walk to here, and he's going to take a swing at Salvo.
All right.
So he's got 2 influence on him. So he's going to have 2 attacks. Now I generate 5 dice from my attack pool, but I am engaged by one of your players as well, so I lose a dice. And what is Salvo's defensive stats?
Salvo's is, let me see here. He's defense 4, armor 1.
Defense 4, 1. So I'm looking for 4s. Oh, terrible
Nothing.
roll. 3, 3, 1, 1. Swinging again.
Yep.
Swinging a miss. Tries again. Gets 2 hits.
2 hits.
You do have a point of armor, so that takes 1 away. And with my 1 successful hit, I'm going to use my character play singled out, so anyone else hitting him gets 2 dice and can hopefully be more successful.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Hearn's activation.
Right.
Oh, you should be on 2 momentum, sorry, because you did the double dodge at the end there. Yeah.
All right. Ratchet's over here not doing very much at the minute.
No.
So let's have a look at what he can do.
So
we can maybe go for this guy out here.
Yeah, so you can either try and go for J-Car, sort of run in and punch him, or you could try and throw some more grenades.
I think we'll throw a grenade at him again.
Throw another grenade?
Yeah.
So we got your 3-inch AoE here. So again, we can just pop it down.
Yep, and that'll spend our 2 influence.
Yeah, maybe if we put it sort of here, that way he starts in rough ground, and it also slows him down going towards hoist.
Yep. So we have 2 dice to use.
2 dice, looking for 4s. Nails it.
We nailed it this time.
So J-Car's in rough ground, and because he was hit by the grenade, he takes 2 damage. He's down to 10 health left, so isn't looking particularly healthy.
No. So that is that activation now done as well.
So Ratchet's still got his basic jog if he wants to move up somewhere.
Oh,
I've just covered my influence.
All right. Let's have a look. So Ratchet can move.
He's got a base move of 5.
Yep.
So what he may want to do is move in to engage here to try and keep your ball carrier safe.
Yep.
Or he could try and come over here in case he thinks something's going to happen.
I think he's happy enough going over this way.
Going that way to protect the ball carrier.
Yep. Yep. So we're just going to keep you engaged.
Makes good sense. So back to myself.
Yep.
I'm going to go with my captain, Theron here. He's going to have a big turn. He's got 6 influence, fully maxed out.
Yep.
He's going to walk forwards his 5 inches, which puts him into base contact with Salvo here.
Yep.
So lots of swings coming in.
Poor guy's getting bullied.
He really is. So he's my captain is tack 6 basic. And we're rolling a lot of dice, I just realised. So 6 dice, plus 2 for the singled out character play, plus 1 for a friend being there helping out. So I'm going to be rolling 9 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And salvo is defense 4 and armor 1, if I remember correctly.
Right, yep.
So looking for 4s and 1. So we get 3 successful hits, and 1 comes away for armor.
Yep.
So with 2 hits, he is going to do 1 non-momentous damage to him. When Theron damages someone, he puts out the snared condition.
Yep.
Which means he's -1 defense, and when he does move, it's -2/-2 move.
Yep. So Pearl Salvo in here is now snared as well. So
snared also. So 9 dice and making it easier for myself to hit him.
Yep. So and he took 1 point of damage.
He took 1 point of damage from that.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. So my next of 5 attacks. Looking for 3s. Oh dear. 4 ones. So 4 dice hit with that attack. 1 leaves for armor.
Yep.
And we'll do 2 momentous damage.
Okay. So that's 2 more damage to him this time.
2 more damage. Swinging again. Really just want to put the shove the boot in a bit here. Again, looking for 3s. So 3 miss, 4 miss, 4 once again. Burning those dice.
You are.
And with 4 hits, we shall do once again 2 more momentous damage.
2 more damage. Yep.
So 2, 3 momentum currently. Swinging again. 1, 2, 3, 4 miss. So once again 2 momentous damage. Just consistent captain work here.
You are being consistent. This is getting a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He keeps complaining about bad dice rolls, but if
it's consistent, it's fine.
Yep, exactly. And go on, do it again.
Do it again. Yeah, look at this. 4 miss. 1's off for armor. 2 momentous damage. How much health he got left?
He's under half now.
Under half. Our final attack from the captain. Again. More miss this time. 3 hits. So once again, 2 momentous damage. 12 damage from captain there. Well, that's 11 damage.
That's a lot of hurt.
A lot of hurt. So he's really hurting. I am up to, I believe it is 5 momentum. So I'm going to spend 2 of them to stand up the bear.
Yeah.
And over to the engineers.
All right. We're not happy with this, clearly. My captain is not happy with this at all.
No, his little protege is being beaten up.
Yep, per fella. So, we're going to activate Ballista.
Yep.
And he has a standard move of 5.
5 inches, yeah.
So, we're just going to... we'll just move him out a little bit.
Yep.
Just because we
can. I expect to see some crossbow bolts raining in on the fights here.
Yes. The first thing I'm going to do is deadbolt your captain.
My captain, yep.
Yep. So, I'll see if I can get a better angle on that. Is he up there?
Yeah, we got him.
So there he is there. So he's
shooting into this guy.
Right, so we spend 2.
2 for the character play and get 2 dice because of it.
Yep. And
my captain is defense 4, so we're looking for a single 4+.
Okay.
No! Oh, double 3.
Ah,
he misses.
Right, okay. None of that then. So
yeah.
The deadbolt missed. He's going to use his last 2 momentum to charge in.
So he has already moved, so he can't now make a charge action.
Oh, right.
So you only get 1 instance of moving. So what we could do, if you didn't understand that the first time, that's my fault for not saying, we can bring him back to here, and you could try something different. If you were under the wrong impression, I don't want to scupper your turn.
Right, so he was back.
He was stood just outside of 1 inch of the captain. So he was here with 4 influence. He could move forwards and attack if he wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. But he could deadbolt.
He could deadbolt from there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could deadbolt and then
charge from where you are. Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense. So let's try that again.
Try that again.
So we'll spend the first 2 again for deadbolt.
Yep.
2 dice.
Yep. Still misses. And then from where he stood,
the last 2
can charge in because he's not engaged and he's not being engaged. So he charges in.
Okay.
So you would have your base attack, which for a captain is normally 6. Is it the same for Ballista?
Let me see. Attack is 6.
So you get 6 dice basic for that.
5, 6.
You get plus 4 dice for charging in. So we've got them there, and then we need 1 more from the kickoff dice.
4.
And also Salvo is taking part in the fight, so you get 1 additional dice for him being there. Velocity, if she was stood up, would also contribute 1, but she's knocked down, so she doesn't generate anything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay then.
So my defense is 4, and I will make a counter attack to this. So after your attack, if we're still engaged, I get to try and punch him again.
Okay then. So here we go.
Yep. So looking for 4s and 1. So 4s and 1 armor.
4, 4, 4.
Oof.
Not great.
Not a great roll at all.
No, that wasn't great. So it's only 2 then.
2 hits after armor.
Oof. Ugh. Not so good. So Ballista can do what with 2?
So with 2, if we look at the top of his card there, he has the option to do either
1
1 damage, a 2-inch push,
Yep.
a 1-inch momentous push, or a tackle. Now I don't have the ball, so you can't tackle me.
So you can't tackle.
If you choose the 1-inch momentous push, you can push me away. We're not fully in base contact, so I would not be able to hit you back as a result.
But if I wanted to push you further,
Then you could do the 2-inch push, yeah.
because I do have some momentum already built.
You got 2 momentum versus my 3 currently.
Yeah. But I'm not worried about you winning
No.
the start of the next turn, or anything like that. So I'm actually going to just double push him away.
Just throw him away.
Want him out of combat. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So he is now going to go back.
So 2 inches in one single direction from your angle of choice.
So I can pick whatever way.
So whichever way he's going to get pushed, but it has to be in a completely straight line.
Yeah. So let's bring him back.
So 2 inches that way.
That way, yeah.
So yeah, he ends up here, and that is out of 1 inch, so I can't make my counter attack.
Yeah. That's handy.
Yep.
So what that's actually done is made you burn.
I've spent my momentum.
You've spent a momentum on something.
And you've thrown him away.
Yep. So that you can't do now.
No.
This is a bit of resource management coming in, and this is the part
yeah.
that confuses me all the time. So.
Yeah, so managing your momentums are a huge part of the game. So like taking momentous results and making your opponent spend momentum unnecessarily, as you've just done there, is a real sort of second layer to the game. For me now, my bear's back on his feet. He's not yet activated. He's going to go and try and finish Salvo off.
Okay.
So Salvo's got how much health left?
Salvo has 3.
3 health. Besides dice betraying me, we should do this. So the bear is going to charge in here.
Yep.
He's got 2 inch of reach, so he can
hit there. Yeah.
Hit from far away. So attack 7 basic for the bear. 5, 6, 7. 4 dice for charging. So that's that. 2 for singled out, and 1 for Hearn engaging him.
Yeah.
So I'm on a ton of dice, 14 dice. And we're looking for 3s.
Yeah. I think he's gone.
Hopefully. So take out the misses.
Yeah.
Just the 2, and then 1 point of armor. So
yeah,
how many hits in total? 4, 5, 6, 7. 11 hits total. So for the bear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a 6 long playbook. So I've got a choice of 1 of anything, and then something from 5. So we shall do. We'll do bear hug. So target enemy model suffers 4 damage and the bleed condition. If this model inflicts the taken out if this model inflicts the taken out condition using this character play, I gain an additional VP.
Oh.
So that puts me on 3 VPs now.
Yeah.
So well done, Cena. Just explodes Salvo. He's got to go off and get repaired.
Poor Salvo.
Poor Salvo. So that puts me. It was momentous. So and I got a takeout. So I'm up to 5 momentum.
And you're up to.
And I'm on 3
VP
for my victory score.
Of which I have none yet.
Yet.
And again,
the goal is looming on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's my bear done, and it's over to the engineers.
Right. Velocity needs to get up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to spend
a momentum
to get rid of that.
Remove the condition, so that disappears.
You stand up. You now have 4 influence, so you're now pretty free to do what you want. We don't want to be in combat.
Nope.
Not with a striker at this point. And she already has suffered a bit, so.
Yeah.
I'd say Velocity's going to have to get out of here.
Yeah, so she's got her ability Acrobatic, which lets her make a 2-inch dodge.
Yep.
So if you were to...
And that costs 1.
Costs just the 1. So I think she's got 3 on her here.
Yep, so she has 3. So we'll spend 1.
So you spend 1, make a dodge to this point here. That will disengage you from the bear.
So that'll bring her to here.
Yep. So disengage from her and the bear.
Yep.
You've then got your basic move still to make. So that is an 8-inch sprint, if you so wanted.
Yep. And that will spend 1.
That spends 1, yeah.
Yep. So we'll spend the 1 to do the 8-inch sprint.
Yep. So you can sort of get into this area around here just to try and threaten the goal for next turn.
I think we'll change the angle on that slightly and to there.
Sprinting up to here.
Yep.
And then with your final 1, you can either you can spend it on making yourself nimble and taking yourself to defense 6 again.
Yep. So she's still carrying the one here. Yep. So this is where, if you see on this camera here, guys, she's moved out to here, which has lined her up nicely with Hoist, who could then pass and shoot. Yeah. And shoot. So she'll make the last one to become nimble. Yep. Because I kind of like that, just that sort of upkeeping on her as well. Most definitely. I mean, I've still got my cat here to go as well, and he can charge for free, so going defense 6 makes it really hard for the cat to hurt her. Yeah. So that's as much as Velocity can do, but that's not bad. She stood up and she's got out of the way. The engineers are all about sort of precision play, so next turn you're in a very good position to try and sort of just win the game in a turn. Yeah. So, back to myself. I'm going to go with J-Car. He is going to spend an influence to attack Ratchet, this guy who's come in to try and stop him. Yeah. So I am a base of attack 6, and Ratchet's defense. Ratchet's defense is 3. 3 arm 1. 3 armor 1. Now, my character is an assassin, so he's used to getting past armor. He's got an ability called Anatomical Precision, and he ignores one armor point. Right. So that armor doesn't count. That armor doesn't count for this one. Okay. So I'm just looking for 3s. Oh, good roll. Good roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Whereas J-Car gone. That will be. I'll do 2 damage and the bleed condition. Right. So cutting him up a little bit. Poor old Ratchet got a scratch. Yes. So that's 2 damage, you said, yeah? 2 damage, yeah. Okay. In the bleed condition. Bleed in the maintenance phase does 3 damage and then disappears. Right. You sort of bleed out. I'm then going to put down my trap. I'm going to put it down here. Try and get him snared as well. Yep. Then I spend my last one to attack. So something I should say, jumping ahead. When putting down a trap, you can place the marker within 1 inch of yourself. Yep, which is here. Which is here. And if an enemy model moves within 1 inch of it, or is pushed into it, or dodges into it, then they suffer. Well, this one in particular is the bleed condition and snared. Yeah. So even though bleed can't duplicate, I've put it on you because I thought, well, better stack the damage whilst I can. Yeah. So once again, looking for 3s on the dice. You get 4 hits. Pretty good rolling again. Yeah, J-Car, I should probably give him more influence. Yeah. He's going to do 2 damage momentous, and he's going to push you into the trap. Oh. Yeah. I see what you were doing. Yeah, so you've set the trap up so that you can get pushed into it. Yeah. And then you gain the snared condition. So if I choose to hit you next turn, it'd be a little bit easier for myself. Yeah. So I am fully done there. At the end of my turn, I can return to the shadows as he's an assassin, and whenever he causes damage, at the end of his activation, he can make a 4-inch dodge. And I think I'm going to win the momentum race. And what's his health like now? Ratchet. Yes. Let's have a look here. Ratchet. How much has he taken? He's only down 4. He's only down 4, so he's got 13 remaining. It'll be 10 left at the end. I reckon it's doable for J-Car, so I'm just going to dodge back to here, give myself options to go after either Hoist or after Ratchet at the end of the turn. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so over to the engineer players. The engineers, all I have left, I believe it's just mainspring. Mainspring should do something really silly. For a little clockwork bug, he should do something really silly. Oh, yeah. What's he thinking? He's going to meander into the bear. He's going to stroll straight into the bear. Stroll straight into the bear. So we want to make sure he stays engaged. There's no parting blow, but yep, he is still engaged. Engaged there. He's tying everyone down as a little bug. Yeah. All right. So over to myself. Yep. My striker Egret is going to jog 4 inches over here, and then 2 more this way, just to try and get some presence in the center of the board, make her actually do something. And because I took out Salvo before he activated, I've got 1 more to go, which is my cat. And the cat is going to try and do some damage to Velocity. Right, go for it. So the cat's going to slam in here. Yep. 1 inch away, so that if I am successful, I can dodge away and charge next turn. The cat's attack 3, basic, +4 for charging. I'm not particularly hopeful for this, as I need 6s. Yeah. See what we get. I get 1, which I believe is just 1 damage. Yeah. So she takes 1. She takes 1, but that's fine. It's still 1, so that's important too. So Velocity is taken. She's nearly at half health. So she's taken a lot for what is been a lot of my resources have gone in to not do a great deal. Yeah. All right, that is the end of the turn. So we resolve any conditions that need resolving. Nimble is dropped off. Yep, Nimble goes. Bleed. So Ratchet takes 3 more damage, but then Bleed disappears. So Ratchet takes the 3. Okay. And that is the end of the turn. So I guess we shall go into influence allocation. Oh no! Wait, the roll. So
So I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're on 1, so I think I've got this.
Yeah, you've got. I don't need to roll.
Yeah,
No,
6.
you won.
Definitely with a 6. Yeah. So I'll allocate my influence.
So we're now ready for. This is what, turn 3 now?
Yep, turn 3.
And we have everything allocated out.
We've allocated everything out. So during the allocation, I've put a big stack onto J-Car, see if he can get a kill. Put 2 onto the bear because I'm hoping that with a free charge and a kill on Ratchet, that'll put me on 6 VPs. And then all I need to do is kill 1 more player.
Yep.
And then for that, I've facilitated it by putting 2 on my big guy Hearn and 2 on the captain.
Yep.
And for yourself?
For myself, we've
got 3 over here.
3 on hoist.
On hoist, with the intention of scoring a goal.
Yep.
We have got 4 on velocity, because with the goal kick coming back out, there's a very good chance that she can go take the ball and score and finish the game off.
Yep.
2 onto mainspring, because there's a potential for a tackle from mainspring, and then he can use launch control to fire it down to one of these Mechanica.
Yep.
And then 4 on the captain, because it's always handy to throw some crossbow bolts around.
Yeah, so the captain sort of just stood there. He's being a bit of the bulwark at the minute to try and keep things...
Keep them away or keep them engaged whilst the robots do their thing.
So
Cool.
that's the plan.
That's the plan. We'll see how it goes.
So now it's time for me to bugger it up and do something weird.
So I started the turn, which
did.
means you start with a point of momentum. Now I can accept 1 goal coming in, because I'm going to try and do my best to try and get this this bear hug off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be activating with Cena first, the big bear, and he's got an ability, Intimidating Roar. At the start of his activation, choose an enemy model within this model's melee zone, so a little mainspring there, and it takes a 2-inch push directly away. Yeah. So he's going to get pushed away and end up back here.
Yep.
Which means I'm now unengaged, and I can charge away and do what I want. So he's over there, Mr. Ratchet.
Yep.
So we can see this is sort of where I need to reach up to, and I've got 7 inches of movement to do it. So
you're
more than
well
enough.
in. Yep.
So off goes the bear. Whoop. And let's see if we can do him.
We can do another bear hug.
Do another bear hug. So 2, 4, 6, 7 base plus 4 for charging. Your defense is 3 normally.
On Ratchet. Yep.
3 normally, but you are snared, so you go down to 2, and I get +1 to just playbook damage results.
Yep.
So let's have a look, see what I get. So looking for 2s, 3 1s, and 1 point of armor.
Well, that's all right.
That's enough there. So 6 and
Sheesh.
1. So how much health does he have left? Has he got 1 full row?
He has 1 full row.
So he's got 10 health left. So we'll do a bear hug for 4 damage.
Yep.
And with the wrap, we'll do 2 damage. So
Okay.
put him on 4 remaining.
Grand.
You can use that one.
I'll use that one. Don't know where mine went. Just
Yeah, pen's disappeared.
People stealing my stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend a 2nd point of influence to make another attack, throwing it away, and hopefully I'll get a bear hug here, and that will allow me to take him out with the extra benefits.
Yep.
So I've got 7 dice. That last point generated me a momentum with the bear hug, which I'm going to spend to bonus time to give myself an extra dice to boost my chances of getting to that bear hug level.
Okay.
So we're looking for 2s. See 1 1.
Oh,
and
wow.
a point of armor off.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is the perfect amount for a bear hug, which means he crushes another player, sends him off, and I'm now on 6 VPs.
How much damage did he do?
He did, in the first run, he did 6, and with that last bear hug, he just did 4.
4, so he did. See, I forgot you said 6 there, and then he did 4. Yeah, that was a perfect knockout. So.
Yeah, so he's taking him off. Oh, we forgot to mention Salvo's back on the pitch as well.
Yes, we'll cover that in a couple of seconds once Ratchet goes away.
So that's Ratchet done.
Ratchet.
The remaining one is wasted, but I say wasted, it's brought me very close to victory. And I am generated 2 points of momentum, 1 for the takeout and 1 for the bear hug.
And the problem is I still don't have any VP.
Not yet, so currently 6-0, but all will change.
Let's hope so.
Right, so over to the engineer's turn.
Over to the engineers. So what we need to do now is hopefully guarantee a goal here. So we need to get Hoist up here.
Hoist up here.
Yep. So Hoist can pretty much get into a position where he can take a shot.
Yep.
So he's got 3 influence on him.
Yes, yep. So his base kick is 3-6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can, because everything's pre-measured in Guild Ball, so we can plan out the perfect route.
Yep.
So we know he needs to end up there.
Yep.
Now he's got a base move of 5 inches. I believe we've got a 5-inch widget around here. So we can see that his base move just won't cut it for him.
Yeah.
So what he can do is he can spend one of these to sprint into position, and that way he accesses his 7 inches, which is more than enough to get in range.
Yep.
But as what we should know is I'm 1 kill away from winning the game.
Yep.
So we're going to sprint him up to about here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in range for a shot, bringing the ball with him, obviously.
Yep. So spending that one.
Spending that one. Then he's got an ability. He's a replicator, so he can use the abilities on his team. So his triplication allows him to target a friendly model within 4 inches, and he can take one of their abilities to use as his own. So if we take Velocity's Nimble, obviously J-Car's behind him, staring him down, so going to Defense 5 makes him a real unattractive target for me to go after.
Yeah.
So we use True Replication and then spend an influence to activate Nimble on Hoist.
Okay, so
making him a horribly tanky Defense 5, Armor 1 with tough hide.
Yeah.
Just nigh on unkillable. And the remaining 1, with the momentum you got for going second.
So I will spend that.
Spend that and this.
And we can now take a shot.
And a shot on goal.
Okay. So
place the ball where we want it.
Yep. So his kick is 4.
4.
4 with a 6, so 4 dice.
So 4 dice, and all we need is a single 4+. Oh, it's always nervous in front of goal.
It is. Yes.
Oh, this is actually fantastic. So double 6.
Yep.
It very rarely comes up, but it's a screamer of a goal. So you've absolutely you've caught it on the volley, you've smashed it into the net. That actually generates you 2 momentum rather than 1.
Excellent. So I get 2.
2 momentum.
Very nice.
Very good. So for me, so you can stay there.
Yep.
And you're in range for snapshots now. Snapshots are when you pass the ball to someone. If they're eligible for a shot on goal, they can spend 2 momentum to take a shot. But you require 2 successes rather than 1.
Ah, right.
So a little bit trickier. But you now have 2 momentum, so you're set up for that.
Yeah.
So I need to kick the ball back out.
You do.
And we can kick it anywhere within 10 inches. So I'm going to place it ahead of your guys, trying to bounce it through to mine. I'll put it around about here. And we need to do a kick scatter.
Yep.
So go this way. So seeing which direction it goes in. Going in 3 towards my captain. And it's going 2 inches.
2 inches.
So
not a lot, but it is in the right direction for you.
It's there.
Yep.
Okay, so my activation.
What do you do?
I need to try and get it away from Velocity, because she will score for fun.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit trickier for you. I'm going to have Egret, my striker, jog up. Is she 5? No, 6 inches. To here, picking the ball up with her.
Yep. And
then over to yourself.
All right. Now I'm in quite a nice little location here because I have 2 choices, 3 choices.
You have loads of choices.
I've quite a lot. Velocity could come back.
Yep.
She could potentially tackle and
try and get
do
the ball,
something. But she would not have the movement to do anything after that.
She'd be quite stuck there.
Yeah. She could try a pass, but
then you're relying
on that.
Yep.
The captain could get involved.
He could go in there. Yeah.
He could try a tackle.
Punch it, tackle, kick it to Velocity.
So could my little bug.
Yep.
Me and Spring could try. So
I think in this instance, I think your captain is your best choice here.
Yeah.
Because he has got a value of 6, so he's rolling 6 dice, and I believe he tackles on 1 hit.
Yes, he does.
So what he could do is he could jog forwards up to here, tackle the ball, pass it to her. She could either try a shot now or just hold on to it. But then you obviously, I get a turn to react again.
Yeah, you get a chance to bring your mascot
back into and try and engage.
Start doing something nasty.
If you do take the snapshot and the ball ends up here, it's not terrible because when you next activate, Velocity just runs up and has another go.
Yeah, exactly. Right then, we'll try with the captain, I think.
Yep, good old reliable ballista.
Now, I want to see, because he's got allocated 4 influence.
Yeah. So you want to keep at least 1 for the attack to get the tackle and 1 for the pass. So you sort of, what the sort of generic thing to do is you put them to one side because you know you need to spend them on certain things.
Yep. So and the other 2 are sort of gravy.
So they're your sort of resilience, as it were. Now, because it's a big play for the win.
Yep.
I personally would try to always bank 1 of these in case that first attack goes completely wrong and you get no hits.
Yep.
So that way it gives you 1 more.
Right. Let's do this.
Go for it. Yeah.
So are we gonna sprint in?
So I've got 2 momentum.
Yep.
So what I would recommend, you could charge in. That way you get a big pool of 10 dice.
Yeah.
I'd probably defensive stance make it 5, so make it a little bit harder for you.
Yep.
and then you've got one attack to go. So
Okay.
I think that seems like a fair call for it.
So we're going to spend
two
here.
2 influence to charge in.
Mm-hmm.
So he can fly up the pitch.
Well, that's easy.
He's well in range.
Yep. So he'll just.
Gets about there. So we'll make sure he's within 6 inches of. Yep. So we can make a pass.
Okay. So
like that. Yep.
there. Yep.
So I've spent 1 to defensive stance, which boosts my defense.
Yep.
So you've got your 10 dice, and you need 5s, and then there's 1 point of armor.
Okay. So here we go.
Here we go.
10 dice.
10 dice. Yep.
3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Am I missing?
I think we're missing a dice, but take one of the kickoff dice.
Okay. So that's 10.
10 dice. Yep. So we're looking for 5s and a single point of armor.
Yep. Miss 2,
3.
3.
So you've got
Minus
-1.
1.
-1 for the armor. So you've got 2 hits.
Yep.
So you can take the tackle result.
Yep. So I can tackle.
Tackle, which generates you a point of momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you make a pass action, if you are engaged, you get -1 dice.
Right.
And you've still got this extra 1 attack. So what you could do is attack her again and push her away.
Yeah.
To make your pass more likely.
Right. So we'll try that then.
Try that.
We'll attack. So we spend 1.
Spend 1.
And we'll do a standard attack with attack 6.
That's 6 dice, yep. This time looking for defense 4 because defensive stance only matters on the charge attack. So looking for 4s with 1 hit. Oh, wow. So
Wow.
The 4 hits.
4 hits.
-1 for the armor.
-1 armor, 3 hits.
So 3 hits. You can actually do the knockdown or 2 momentous damage
2 momentous damage
and a 2-inch push.
Yeah.
So you can throw her away.
Yeah. I like that.
So I assume we're going for that one.
Yep, I gain momentum.
You get momentum for it. I take 2 damage, and you can push me away 2 inches.
Sweet.
In any direction you want.
This way.
So it's this lady here. Yeah.
That way.
So away from where you want it to be. Yep. Perfect. Then you've got to try and make your pass attempt. Now, I dodged out of an inch last time, so I'm not engaging you.
Yep.
So there's no negative modifiers. You've got your kick value.
My kick value, which is 4 dice, 6 inches.
Yep. So we checked at the beginning to make sure you're in range. So you've got 4 dice. Now, it's an important pass, so you've got a choice if you'd like to spend a momentum to give yourself 5 dice.
Oh, do you know what I'm going to?
Yeah, I think every time you're doing something for the win, if you've got momentum, spend it, make it as reliable as possible.
So we now have 5 dice.
Yep, looking for 1 4+.
Yes.
Oh,
it's there.
There it is.
Amongst 3s and 1s.
3s and 1s. So the pass is successful.
Yep.
So you generate a point of momentum for the pass.
Yep. So I've gained the momentum I just spent on it.
Effectively, yep.
Cool.
Now you've got the option, if you want to spend 2 momentum, you can make a shot on goal.
Yep.
Or you can try and save it, but then I have the opportunity to go in and try and take it off you.
I think we need to just keep the pace going.
Yep.
We spend the momentum.
Spend 2 momentum for a shot. So again, you've got 4 dice.
Yep.
Balls come into here. You need 2 successes. So would you like to spend another thing to give you that 5th dice?
Can I spend 2 to get another?
Unfortunately
only
not.
The one?
Only the 1.
Only the 1.
Only the
See,
1.
there's where they catch you. So you have to spend 1 only.
Just 1 only.
So, but that gives me...
It gives you 5 dice, you need 2 successes. And if you don't do it, the ball's in an awkward place. And Vossi can next turn just walk forwards and try and use that one last remaining momentum to have another shot on goal.
Because that's the important thing. She hasn't activated
She's not activated yet. She's doing this out of activation.
Yep. Right, well...
Let's see snapshots. Snapshots are always fun.
Yep.
Oh! Nailed it with a screamer. 2 screamer goals from the engineers. And the ball goes in. It counts as a goal. It's 8 VPs to 6. And victory to the engineers. Very good.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And that is where the engineers really excel in this sort of... Once they get into position, you can just fire off snapshots with them. They've got super reliable kicks, and that is really what their sort of game design is about.
That is a really, really nice team. And because it's my aesthetic as well, I like it even more. So the hunters are really interesting, though. They're like an interrupt.
Yes, their full gameplay is really denial based. So some of their other characters, the guy who's not here, Chaska, he puts down traps just like J-Car does.
Yeah.
They're a little bit smaller, but you can put up to 3 down, and they all give out the snare condition. They're all about sort of slowing you down and sort of keeping you away whilst we're back here doing our thing. And they win with kills and goals, whereas engineers tend to be just goals.
Yeah, and they're quite tricksy. They do have a lot of options.
Yeah, they've got for the hunters. Yeah, there's lots of movement, maneuvers and movements.
Yeah,
to sort of get around you. So 2 characters can dodge 4 inches if they've caused damage.
Yep.
The bear can push you around at the start of its activation and then charge off for free. Obviously, the captain is Grim, putting out snared every time he does damage. And Hearn with the forest jumping around, he really teleports around the board.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I like the mechanics, the engineers feel very sort of reliable.
Yes,
that's
there.
With the captain in the middle, occasionally deadbolting something, knocking back something that's getting too close, and allowing your mechas to get in and
really just hammer the goal.
Yeah, that was absolutely awesome.
Fantastic.
Whew. So guys, that was my first coach game.
Yep.
We are in preparation for a grudge match.
The grudge match at the end.
Yeah, between me and Justin. And so that's a good one for the start. So I like the mechanics.
Yep.
And we're going to check out what I can do in the next one as well.
Yeah,
Maybe get another faction in and have a go at those.
Yeah, try something else, see what we can learn from them.
Yeah, exactly. So put your comments down below. Let me know if you think this is the faction for me.
Yep.
And we'll see maybe in the next one if I prefer the other one that I play. Who knows? Jamie will be my coach.
We'll see what we do.
He's my personal trainer for this, so that I'm building up everything I know so I can hammer Justin in the end.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. So guys, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, we hope you're enjoying this themed week. Make sure you don't miss any of it by checking out the playlist, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to ding our dong so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, come across and join us on beastsofwar.com for more great gaming content and a fantastic community. Also, keep your comments in for your chance to win.